Hey guys, Handsome Monkey here with another Pokemon trading card game online video. Today we're going to be doing a card that I've been very excited about ever since the English translations of the Japanese scans were released, and that is Mienshao. So with the arrow turn attack, you return this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your hand for 1 energy. It only does 40 damage, but we have ways to get around that. And the main thing we're looking around is this return all cards attached to it to your hand. So it kind of sounds like a weird, kind of awkward ability at first, but it's actually, there's some fun things you can do with this. So namely, the first thing we're going to be doing is making Trevenant active with Float Stone to retreat into our Mienshao, have him attack, back up to our hand. Trevenant's active, opponent can't use items again. But the other thing we're going to abuse it with is Focus Sash. So basically what this card does is anytime it is attached to a fighting type Pokemon, it cannot be knocked out by an opponent's attack, and its HP instead becomes 10. Then you discard this card. So basically you are cannot be killed with this by an attack. You're instead left with 10 HP, which usually it leaves you very vulnerable. Basically all you're going to do is get maybe a 1 revenge kill before you're knocked out again next turn anyway. But with Mienshao's arrow turn, you can be left with 10 HP, pick it up off the table, and now all those damage counters are just gone. So you basically get to cheat death for a one-time use. So with that in mind, we have 4 Focus Sash. So if all works well, we essentially force our opponent to take 10 prizes to win the game, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's basically the idea of the deck. We're going to be using strong energy and muscle bands to make that 40 do a little bit more, but otherwise it's just whittling down our opponent while he is unable to kill us, and hopefully get him in a semi-locked state with Trevenant as well. Alright, let us step into the arena. So the major 2 most common counters to this deck is Hand Disruption and Poison. Both of it wreck the main strategy we're using Focus Sash pretty bad. So Hand Disruption, obviously, because if you're going to be bringing all the cards attached to Mienshao back to your hand, you can just cycle those all the way back into your deck scattered around, as opposed to being able to rely on those next turn. And the Poison, because after the damage is taken effect and you're left with 10 HP, that's when the Poison takes effect. It's about the end of your turn, at the end of your opponent's turn, at the start of your turn, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. So the 10 HP remaining will be knocked out by the Poison. So that is very annoying. So let's say we're going up some kind of Pyro deck. We'll see what else we go up against. Hopefully, if he doesn't run Laser, then we're just going to go straight for Blastoise. That's interesting. Focus Sash strategy as opposed to the item lock, I think, because unless he does run regular Blastoise, if I see a Squirtle hit the bench, then yes, I'll definitely try and get Trevenant out into play just to try and block those rare candies, to hope that he can't use his Deluge ability to start powering up Mega Blastoise, or maybe he just uses this Blastoise EX. We'll have to see. So this is a really bad hand in the sense that I don't want to Juniper this. I don't want to get rid of all 3 of my Mienshaos. I can't do that whatsoever. So I think we're just going to have to level ball for Mienfoo. Attach the Focus Sash and hope for the best. We might have to Juniper next turn if we have nothing. So that's one thing with this deck, you cannot have a slow start. You have to have that just like brutal, fast-paced, hit him as hard and as fast as you can. Like if a turn 2 Mienshao is not pretty much necessary because you have only that 40 damage to work with. So it's good we did get rid of the double colors, though, so at least the Spyro doesn't attack this turn, because that could have been annoying. Just knock out my Phantom before I get into play. Yeah, I gotta Juniper this. Oh, that's a nasty, nasty Juniper. But oh well. So I think we're actually going to go for the Trevenant as opposed to the Mienshao, just because we don't have a reliable way to knock, like we don't have to worry about knocking this out yet, and it's better for him not to be able to play item cards in case he has some card draw that way. So we're going to attach you, and we're not going to attach another Focus Sash just in case he has Startling Megaphone. He can get rid of both at once, but actually we do have Trevenant in play. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. We'll do that next turn. Okay, and depending on what he has in his hand, we probably will not end him, depending on, yeah, it might be a Juniper or something. We probably won't end him because we don't want to get him to have more cards in his hand as well, especially if he's totally stuck right now. Yeah, I'm curious to see what else he plays, because a Pyro or Blastoise is a little, I don't quite see the synergy there, but I guess if it's just to use Pyro to delay while you get a Mega Evolution set up, I guess that works. So we're going to attach the Fighting Energy there. Do we want to end him? I think we're just going to Shauna instead. Excellent, there's our Mienshao, but we do not get, I just realized we do not have a Float Stone in play, which is another really awesome part about Karina, because even if you don't need to get a specific item card that will be buffing your Mienshao, you can also just look for a Float Stone. So you can get, say, like a Mienshao and a Float Stone, or a Mienfoo and its Float Stone, and get those kind of set up, which is why usually you want to use a level ball on the Phantoms as well. Same reason with Pokemon Fan Club, you just want to get the Phantoms into play. Sometimes to grab something else as well. I guess before I had it in there mostly to grab Jirachi if I was totally out of supporters as well. Yeah, maybe Pokemon Fan Club, add a couple more of those when we run the Machamp / Dusknoir if we decide to do that. That's the other thing too is with having these Mienfoos on the bench, you don't have a lot of bench space to support the Machamps. I don't know, especially if you want to have another Trevenant in play as well. Okay, so I think we're going to go, yeah, get a Mienfoo. So now that we have 2 Trevenants to play. Oh, okay, look at that, no more. So yeah, I forgot we did discard the 2 of them. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we do have some float stones though, so I guess we're just going to Colress for that. Colress for 4. Yep, no. The one there, and Karina hopefully for next turn for Floatstone. Actually be able to do something. Nice thing news is that he hasn't really been able to do anything either. This has been just a rather slow game. We'll see what happens though. So I'm quite curious to see what his synergy is between the 2 of them, like unless he is just using Pyroar to delay. In which case I don't think he will use the Scorching. Oh, he doesn't even have energy attached on the turn. That was awesome. All 3 full art Karinas right there. I got my 3rd one from the online code from the Worlds tournament, so that was pretty nice. I got 3 of those now. And we want to get a Floatstone for our item. Start attacking. Okay, so we have all the Mienfoos we need. Now just the 2 Mienshaos in the discard, and I do not run what's we're looking for? Sacred Ash. Yeah. So we're gonna keep that Trevenant in play. Make sure he doesn't use any item cards, and knock out his Pyroar next turn. We'll see what happens from there. And so it is kind of a weird setup. You got to kind of play a few games to get used to the rhythm of always evolving, benching, attaching every turn, because it keeps flying back to your hand. So if you kind of miss that, like if you just attack and get kind of ahead of yourself, and you forget to bench a Mienfoo and you don't have any more next turn, you're not attacking next turn. So it is kind of essential to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. Pokemon Center Relay, that's really annoying. I'm not sure why so many people are running that now. Like, I don't think poison is, like, status effects are that occur that often that merits that amount of Pokemon Center Lady that I'm seeing recently. So we'll go to this Mienshao. Stick the strong energy. I could stick both on here actually just to do a little extra damage. I don't really need to at this point, but I might as well. An arrow turn for 80 damage. See, it's left with 30 now, so even if I just have a normal Mienshao without a strong energy, I can still knock it out, which is nice unless he decides to retreat to something instead. The outrage effect is also really annoying because we do just do a little bit of damage at a time. There's lots of times where they're sitting on like 7, 8, 9 damage counters on them at a time. So especially if there's like the Kyurem EX of the outrage ability, that's really annoying because you can just keep slamming us for damage. But if that's the case, we start using Focus Sash instead. If we're not worried about items, we're more worried about just raw damage, then we switch to Focus Sash, and they can force them to take 4 extra prizes instead of being able to just repeatedly kill our Trevenants. So it is kind of it's not necessarily a gamble, you have to make the call in that moment if it's better to prevent item cards. If he has a bunch of cards in his hand, then you probably want to prevent items, but if he has a small hand size and he's doing a lot of damage, usually better to go with Focus Sash to prevent that kind of damage. And if that's the case, then we just keep switching to the bench Mienfoos. Okay, what are we going for? Mienfoo, does he have another energy to attack with? If he's just trying to delay, that's not going to do much. Got rid of our Floatstone, that's annoying. What else would we need to get rid of? The Focus Sash. Still have 3 more of those. But if you think about it, when he discards the Focus Sash, it's pretty much like getting a kill, because it's another death that he doesn't have to. I can't prevent next turn. Okay, so he doesn't attack. That's interesting. So we're going to evolve that one, bench Mienfoo, and let's Skyla. No, it's Karina. Oh, we don't have any more Mienshao. That's annoying. I totally forgot about that. I keep forgetting I had to get rid of those in the beginning. And let's go for Floatstone, actually, not the Focus Sash, because the item block is definitely more essential right now. We'll go Floatstone, strong energy, knockout. Arrow turn, back to your hand, like a ninja. So yeah, I think, I'm kind of not sure what exactly Mienshao is. I think it just says he's just a really fast Pokemon is all it is. Wields fur in his arms like a whip. Its arms attacks come with such rapidity that they cannot ever be seen. Yeah, so that's kind of, I guess, it disappears, but I think it's definitely a little bit more of like a ninja Pokemon, like Greninja or something like that. You know, I kind of like reading the little flavor text on the bottom. It's kind of gives a little insight that you wouldn't normally see. Takes pride in speed, which it can move. What it loses in power makes up for in quantity. That's actually strangely accurate about this deck. You'll just have an army of Mienshaos as opposed to dealing the 300 damage knockouts like Charizard EX here. Or Mega Charizard EX, I guess, with Crimson Dive. Okay, so his bench is all filled up. Yeah, none of that's really worrying me. And he does still have a very small hand size with no energy whatsoever, so that is a very good sign for us. Might as well evolve to another one, doesn't really matter which. Bench. Strong energy, muscle band, and like I said, I should actually skylift that right now. Let's get that stadium in play, because he hasn't played any stadiums yet, so we don't have to worry about that. I do run 2 of these, so I think the other one must be prized. So put the stadium in, so when he starts getting those EX Pokemon in play, so we can do an extra 20 damage. Otherwise, let's just keep the lockup. Back to there, yeah. So now, yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, that's what I was saying before. You just have to try and judge if it's better if he's going to be putting out raw damage. Go for Focus Sash instead, but right now this item prevention's pretty much left him high and dry. Like, he hasn't been doing much of anything for quite a few turns now. I don't think he's he's still no energy attachments. This is just not a very good game for him, and it's not very good. I don't really like it when I have to show off a game that's where it is so easy like this. Like, it's not a whole lot of challenge right now, and that's not necessarily weak to my opponent. It's just he's getting bad luck right now, so it's not showing that there's no adversity, I guess, in this video. It's just mostly showing off the mechanics of Mienshao and just how you have to kind of get used to the rhythm of it. Maybe it's better than anything. So yeah, I am still sitting on that Charizard avatar box right now, by the way. If you guys want to see that, I'm not sure if it's something that I should even bother recording if you guys want to see what's in it. But I did apparently hear that I'm pretty sure the US has the Team Flare Grunt collection box or something like that. I'm not sure. Again, it's just doing in the chat that I've been discussing this kind of stuff. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I haven't done any actual research into it because actually I haven't been able to find anything on the different collection boxes. But apparently, from what I've understand of it, it's each country kind of has its own. This has its own special collection box. And I'm pretty sure Canada's is the Charizard one. So if you want to see what the Canada one's like, I will definitely be more than happy to record that for you. And as I said, I'm actually quite curious to see what's in it myself. See if there's anything interesting. So yeah, so I have 10 of them available right now. Now let's just see. Yeah, look at this. He's just mega evolving. He's doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, so we can see what's all in those. So I'm happy that the early on Juniper did pay off in the long run, in the sense that it's not biting me in the ass and I'm running out of Mienshao to attack with, because after that I pretty much just have to attack with Mienfoo with a triple smash for 30 damage times the number of heads. Oh, there you go. He finally has an energy attachment on Kangaskhan, so you can maybe draw cards. But drawing cards isn't going to help him if he can't play them, so I think we're still going to keep up the Trevenant as opposed to the Focus Sash. We'll see if he starts getting more into it, because Kindred Kick can get annoying. And also if we see him, oh yeah, he's just going to draw cards. Okay. So now let's go to work. And he does have a weakness of ×2, so we can almost kill him one hit. We can do 160 maximum right now. Unless, yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that. And he has another energy on the Blastoise. That's kind of bad news, but that's okay. So bench, evolve. That one, retreat. Yeah, we don't want to play another Focus Sash now because we already have one in play. If he does use just another startling Megaphone, we only want to lose one. I don't think we need a Skylift or anything. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, it is going to be a knockout because it's going to be the 20 extra damage from this, so it will be, yeah, 200, right? Yeah, okay, good, excellent. Awesome. Okay, so that worked out a little bit better than I expected. I totally forgot that I had this stadium in place, so it definitely paid off. So let's see what he's going to do, because even if he does have a Mega Blastoise with only one energy, I'm only going to be hitting for like 60, 80 per turn, so he still has a couple turns to come back from this. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, he says three turns to come back from this, so things have to turn around. It's 3 energy attachments, so you can start Hydro Bombarding to start taking out my bench. But I actually haven't checked it out yet. I'm pretty sure it says from an attack. It doesn't say from the active Pokemon. Yeah. Knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack. So if I do have Focus Sash on there, but he needs, I guess he has to have a full health. So yeah, he'd have to be doing, it's more for like Blaziken's Burning Shot or whatever it's called. But if he just builds up damage with Hydro Bombard, he'll actually start taking out my bench, which is horrible. Yep, he's Mega Evolving to Charizard now. So this looks like just a Mega Evolution deck. Look at all these cards, man. This is crazy. I can't even keep track of all this right now. Mienshao. Strong Energy. Muscle Band. Retreat, Mienshao. I don't think we need any of this again right now. Yeah, good. Attack for 100. And I keep thinking I die every time. I'm like, oh no, he's taking prizes, but nope. Still at 6. This is kind of an interesting lock deck. He has a lot of cards in his hand. I think I might, if I do another video on this, I'm definitely going to try with Machamp Dusknoir and also throw in a Getsus, I think, for good measure, see how that compares. Yeah, this is E. I guess he'll have one turn to attack, essentially, before I knock him out, unless he retreats or something like that, and so switches into something else. Oh, what are you doing? You can't attack, poison me, maybe? Or is he just trying to delay me that way so you can use item cards? And what are you going to do now? I'm kind of nervous. Like, oh, this could be the start of his comeback. Because Hydro Bombard does do a lot of damage. For 3 energy, it does a grand total of, what's that, 180 damage for 3 energy? Eek. Okay, not quite sure if it's worth the Mega Evolution, but we'll see next set if there is something that buffs the Mega Evolution mechanic. Because losing your turn to it right now has been pretty bad. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he doesn't do anything. Okay, so let's just go Strong Energy, Bench Mienfoo, Evolve Mienshao, Muscle Band, somewhere there. Yeah, Muscle Band. Attack. 100. And to the Bench Trevenant. Prevent items. Go back to it. So this is similar to an Accelagor deck in some ways, but obviously we don't have Poison, we don't have Paralysis, which was the main way that you got a quote-unquote lock kind of on your opponent, preventing him from retreating out of the Poison. So with Verbank, you'd be doing a total of 60 damage plus the 50 initial from deck and cover, a total of 110 damage for Hydro Bombard. Yes, it is not. He can't knock out either of these anyway, so it's pretty much game over from this point on. But yeah, so 110 damage for a double colorless energy. But this is a little bit different because it does come to your hand. I do find it's a little bit more reliable, and also you have all these fighting buffs as well. So our opponent did manage to take one prize on us, but that is going to be the last one. He'll take Q. And just in case I have someone miscalculated something here, Arrow Turn for 80 damage, knockout. Excellent. So that's the game, guys. Yeah, so just leave me in the comments down below what you think about this deck. If there's different ways that you would run it, definitely for sure let me know there. Just I need some different ideas and stuff like that. And otherwise, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys next